over the new feature that's available in Swift for Arduino 4.3, which is adding C and C++ files into the build, directly into the build. These can be added by drag and drop, by import, or as I've done here, by just adding a new tab with the relevant features. Every file that you add into the build is automatically compiled and linked into the final product, so that any functions that are in the C and C++, if they are visible to Swift using the same procedures, protocols, etc. you would find in all of the usual Swift guides, then you can link them. Importantly, you'll need to be able to put the definitions into Swift, which you use the main.h file. So as you can see in this simple project we've got here, we've got setting up serial, creating a floating point number, incrementing it on a 1 second delay, printing out this function here, sqrd squared. And this function is defined here in the C, very simple function, takes a float, returns a float, multiplies one by the other, produces squares. The important file that you need to have is the main.h, which we're calling the Clang import header. If you don't have one of these, you can add it quickly by doing add Clang import header. It's grayed out now because there's already a Clang import header in there. Checks for that. This is all the definitions that will be visible to Swift. All the usual rules apply for importing C into Swift. If things are too complicated, if there are loads of macros, etc., then these may not be visible. We've made a couple of little tweaks into the compiler to make some things like untimed int casting in define macros available, but not much. Generally, it's going to be the same experience that you have in mainstream Swift. So all I've needed to do is add the header, put the function definition in there, function bodies in here. It's available. We unpause, reboot, clear. You can see we've got squares coming out here running in the simulator, and that's about it. Other quick things that we can show you while we're here. If you have a look in projects, you'll see unit tests. You can add unit tests if you want to do some sort of automated testing into your code. You can show a file list which shows you the various files in your project, which is much the same as the tabs here, and you can drag and drop files into here if they're of a suitable type, which is swift.h, .c, and .c++. As usual with C++, you'll need to make the definitions visible to Swift, so they'll normally be in an external C block, something like that. That's it. Please post questions below, ask on Slack, or email us at swiftforarduino@gmail.com.